Operations Response Team repelling demonstration. You draw your attention to the middle room. I'd like to introduce today's host, Sergeant Eric Ozzy Osborne.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 13th and final day of the Great New York State Fair. We appreciate the perseverance of those of you who sat through the K9 show for no other reason than to secure seats for this show, which is the best at the fair, guaranteed not to give you fleas. We are SORT. SORT is the tactical element for the New York State Police. As such, we conduct all those operations you would expect a SWAT team to conduct, including high-risk felony warrants, drug raids, barricaded subjects, hostage situations, dignitary protection. However, we also perform a few tasks you wouldn't necessarily associate with a SWAT team, including search and rescue, specifically angle rappelling and rope rescue. What we have for you this afternoon is what I hope will be a display of skill and prowess on the ropes. So without further ado, let's bring the guys down and introduce them. Up on the left side of the tower, hailing from the woolly white north of Ogdensburg, don't you know? It was a toss-up for him whether he was going to join us or the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. We're glad to have him, Trooper Brandon the Mountie Strader. On the right side, hailing from Utica, New York, the home of the Utica Greens and Tomato Pie, Trooper Christopher. If you like dogs, how do you like these puppies? Swentes! Down here on the ropes, you've got the North Central team leader and all of these guys' boss, Sergeant Cliff. No, I don't play basketball. Wood! Up in that top window, spinning our beats. He's fresh off his European tour where he played clubs from Milan to Minsk. He's available for weddings, bar mitzvahs, and of course, bachelorette parties. Trooper Brian DeRoche! On the left side of the tower, he has mastered every discipline within the SORT community. However, as a true Renaissance man, he has branched out from the tactical to the sartorial. 2018, all his time off at the State Fair was spent sewing 4 bridesmaids' dresses for his sister's wedding. True story, ladies and gentlemen, Trooper Brian Stitch Ordway. Silky. And on the right side, you've got our team's communication and technology expert, sporting his brand new tactical multi-cam Chuck Taylors. Nice kicks, brother. Trooper Cole, don't call me radio, She-Bat. Smooth like Keith Stone. All right, folks, while they climb back up, I'm going to go over a little bit about the history of our team. In 1980, New York State hosted the Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. While that was obviously a huge honor, it was also a great responsibility. 1972 terrorist attacks and subsequent massacre in Munich Olympics were fresh on everyone's mind. The state police wanted a team capable of stopping such an attack. So they took firearms instructors, most of whom were military veterans, trained them through the FBI and counterterrorism tactics. They were called the Mobile Response Team. Since then, we have undergone several evolutions. In 2008, we changed our name to Special Operations Response Team and went full-time. We no longer work the road. Each team of the 5 teams that cover all the different regions of the state is responsible for maintaining its own equipment, from the large pieces like that armored Glencoe Bearcat back there, all the way down to our individual equipment such as our climbing harnesses. On the front of each guy's harness, you're gonna see a piece of equipment. It's called the figure 8. This is what we use to control our descent. The rope is fed through that. As each guy comes down, as he takes his hand away from his hip, it's gonna allow the rope to freely flow through the device. That's when we let gravity do its job, and we refer to that as letting her eat. When we put it closer to our hip, it puts friction on the device, slowing and eventually stopping us. But telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So if you look up top, we've got Brandon and Chris who are gonna come on down and demonstrate. Alright, you saw a textbook demonstration right there. They take the hand away from the hip, allows them to fall, they bring that right back to their hip, feather that right to land oh so gently on that roof. However, as the fair progressed, we like to have fun and entertain ourselves as well. So we'll really let her rip once in a while. Throughout this show, you're gonna notice some loops and twists develop in the rope. If we're really letting her eat, we got that hand partially open. If one of those loops hits our hand, that can have the rope jump out. You lose your brakes on a thruway, that's a bad day on the road, right? You lose our brakes up here, that could be a bad day on the ropes. But that's where Sergeant Wood comes into play. He's not trying to be rude, giving his back. He's not trying to showcase his well-defined lats and traps. Looking nice, brother. All those minutes in the gym are paying off. Big games. As our senior guy, he has the oh-so-important yet not at all glamorous job of rope safety or belayment. If one of these guys is coming down, they lose their brake hand, Cliff's going to pull on that rope, putting friction on our guy's device, slowing and hopefully stopping it. But again, telling you is one thing, showing you something different. So, to demonstrate, one of these guys is going to do me a favor. They're going to take a couple steps back, they're going to get a running start, and they're going to throw themselves off of that roof with no hands on the rope. They're going to come hurtling towards Earth at an incredible rate of speed, accelerating at 9.8 meters per second till the very last moment. Sergeant Wood, if he is physically able, and so inclined, will use his raw power and cat-like reflexes to engage a belay mere moments away from that trooper's certain death, or at least a sprained ankle. Ladies and gentlemen, you paid for your whole seat. You're only gonna need the edge. This part's gonna be awesome. Woo. So who's going? Oh, you guys are killing me. We had all this time to figure it out. Who's going? Yeah, you're both wicked strong. I got it. That doesn't matter. Someone's got to jump off. Second to the last show, guys. Who's going to do it? You think that's fair? Let the people decide? Democracy in action? America. All right, folks. On the left side, we've got Brandon. And on the right side, we've got Chris. By a show of support, who wants to see Brandon jump? Who wants to see Chris jump? That's closer than it's been. Who wants to see Brandon jump? Who wants to see Chris jump? Oh, I don't know, Chris. It looks like they want you to hurtle towards Earth this time. What are you going to do about that? The puppies, K9 guys got the puppies back out? Hey, Chris, what are you doing down here? He volunteered? That was nice of him. Folks, let's hear it for Brandon. Oh, I think our election was tampered with. Chris took the cowardly way out. So like I said, Brandon's going to take a couple steps back. He's going to get a running start. He's going to jump off that roof with no hands on the rope. We're going to belay him at the last second. It's going to be awesome. Ready, Brandon? 1, 2, what? Oh, yeah, that's not Cliff, huh? All right. Excuse me, folks. Hold on just a second. Hey, buddy. How you doing today? What's your name? Danny? All right, Danny. Did he tell you what to do? What did he tell you? It sounds like you got the class. Sounds like you got the comprehensive course. What's that?
That makes me feel real good.
Well, you see, it inspires confidence, doesn't it? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'm sure he's going to nail it. Danny, what's your belay success rate? Don't worry about it. After today, it will be 100 or 0. Danny is going to establish his belay success rate today. This is very exciting. All right, so I'm going to give you the advanced course. All right? He's going to get a running start, and when he jumps, you just pull the rope. All right? Like on the second bounce or the third bounce. It doesn't matter. At some point, just pull the rope. He's going to stop eventually. All right, Danny? Awesome. All right, Danny looks locked in. I see a lot of intensity. Looks wicked strong. What do you say, Brandon? Folks, as police officers, we're trained to read body language. That is not a promising sign. Folks, I'm sorry. I know dead air is it's awful for entertainment, so I'm told, but I gotta talk to my colleague here in private real quick. Hold on, sorry. Hey, Cliff, between you and me, I really don't care how this goes. I know you don't care. I can tell. Everybody here can tell you don't care. We already got another Brandon anyway. He's easily replaceable. One show left after this? Who cares? Here's the problem though. He burns in. Danny's hands are on the rope and yours aren't. Our state fair days are over. I know this one's already shot. It's just about in the books. But 2020, fried specialties, all the concerts, none of that, bro. It'll be all meth labs and crack houses. No bueno, man. It is slippery out here, so we will back you up. Yeah, I do remember last show. He's got a nice white shirt and everything too, so let's not have a repeat. All right, folks, I apologize for that. Cliff, his conscience got the better of him. He's decided to do the one job he has, but Danny's gonna back him up. What do you say now? You got two belays, right? Folks, let's give some Brandon some encouragement. Gotta get down anyway. Folks, help me out. We're gonna count them up to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! Very nice. Yeah, no, he's not wearing cleats. But we can hold him up there as long as we want. Now, we control his descent. We can make this as long as a dog show if we want. And eventually it works down. Let's hear it for Danny, our belayman. Those of you that are veterans of this show know we try to get our guys a little bit closer each time. When the fair started, Brandon and Cliff were the same height. It's taken a real toll on his body, but his spirit remains strong. It's on his driver's license, 6'8". You wouldn't believe it. All right, folks, you can see that you can end up in some precarious positions out there. Gravity doesn't take an instant off. However, if you do get twisted up or in an untenable position, as long as you don't lose your mind, as long as you don't lose your cool, and most importantly, as long as you don't lose your brake hand, you're gonna be A-okay. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Ryan and Cole who are gonna come on down and demonstrate. All right, you saw him come down silky smooth, and that standard seated hip rappel they've used with everyone else has used. But now they're gonna transition that brake hand from their right to their left. This is gonna allow them to go ahead and invert. So now, even though they're upside down, as long as they maintain that newfound brake hand, they're not going to smash face first. It is beautifully maintained landscaping. This is what we call the commando crawl. It allows our guys to see where they're going before they present their legs or other body part through a window. But once they've gone far enough and seen all they feel they need to see, they go ahead and revert, reassume that brake hand, and come on down. Complete with a superhero landing, ladies and gentlemen, the invert. As a side note, we did recruit these guys to the team directly from a synchronized swimming academy. See, all those hours in the pool have really paid off. Folks, as I speak out here, you're going to detect a reoccurring theme, and that is going to be safety. We're dealing with heights, we're dealing with extreme angles, we're dealing with hard and sharp edges. It's inherently dangerous. Whether you are rappelling or rock climbing, you can become injured. Or you can end up in a position where you can go neither up nor down. We have to have the means to go ahead and rescue those people. Ladders aren't necessarily going to reach high enough, and helicopters can be counterproductive. Those rotors don't do our ropes any favors, if you know what I'm saying. So to start this demonstration, we're going to have Brandon come on down. Alright, say Brandon's working his way down a sheer cliff face in a high peaks left or perhaps Ithaca, because it is gorgeous. He gets himself to a spot he wants to be for a minute. He's going to take that rope, wrap it around his 8, not once, not twice, but thrice. This is called the tie-off. Once Brandon's tied off, he can go hands-free. He can invert. He can literally and figuratively hang out. He can get his cell phone out, snap a selfie, post it to his MySpace page. Anybody else run a MySpace? That's why I haven't gotten a message in 8 years. Let's say he's up there enjoying himself and a rock or a bird hits him in the head. or stuffed pig, or sponge, or, oh! Finishing move. Very realistic reenactment there. So now Brandon's been knocked unconscious, but we can't leave him up there. We got a lot of time and money invested in him. We've become quite fond of him, actually. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Chris. Chris is gonna work his way down his line. He's gonna latch hands onto Brandon and hopefully bring him down to safety. Come on down, Chris.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
Oh, okay.
No matter how hard I'm trying to.
We choose all our own music out here. This is a bold choice for Chris, who's obviously comfortable in his own skin. What? This is your musical selection, is it not? Are you sure? Brandon likes it. Maybe we selected it for you. Doesn't it fit the mood? Are you serious? DJ Naroshi, our tactical diva won't come down. He needs something way more manly. You got something?
Keep making love to each other.
I think he's got you.
And I'm trying. Oh, it's raining down. Hallelujah, it's raining. Amen.
I knew that, kiddo. Practicing that dance every night at the hotel. It's unsettling. As Chris L's out and comes down, you're going to see he has a different piece of equipment on the front of his harness. He's no longer running an 8. He's running what's called a break bar rack. That's going to allow Chris to take additional weight onto his system. That additional weight, in this case, is going to be Brandon. But before he does anything, he has to perform a tie-off, lest he fall to the ground and become another victim in even rescue. Now he reaches for that blue strap on his left side. That's a pick-off strap. He uses a partial inversion and his impressive wingspan, thank you Vanna, to hook into Brandon's harness. Once he's hooked and locked into Brandon's harness, he's going to use that pick-off strap and his impressive biceps that he somehow shoehorns into a medium t-shirt. That's a large? Not in the men's division. All right. As he brings him up, you can see how Brandon instinctively reaches for Chris's hips and legs. We're a very close-knit team. At this point, we ask no photos, be patient. Thank you. You see that Brandon's line has gone slack. That's an indication his weight has been removed from it. Now Chris is working to secure all the hardware off of Brandon's harness. That way it's not a fall hazard for those below or a rappel hazard for those above. He's retained the hardware and totally freed Brandon from his line. Now hopefully Chris has performed all the steps in the proper sequence and he'll be able to undo his tie-off and lower him and Brandon safely to the ground. Looks like he nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, the pick-off. All right, folks, we've showed you basic rappelling. We've showed you safety measures we have in place. We showed you a very small percentage of the rope rescue work that we are capable of. However, there's also a tactical application to the rappelling that we're demonstrating here today. Say, for example, there were a bad guy creeping around these fairgrounds, snatches up a kid, runs up into that building and barricades the door shut. Horrible choice of location on his part, but I digress. So he's barricaded that door shut, nailed it shut, and he feels real confident we're not going to be able to breach it. Unfortunately for that bad guy, Special Operations Response Team doesn't need to come in through the door. We can come in through the window. So if you look all the way up top, we've got Ryan, who's ready to run the recon. Ryan's careful to land very gently on that roof so not to alert anyone of his presence. He rotates into the commando crawl and slowly works his way down, checking each window for the bad guy. Whoa! That is not our target. Sorry, bro. I meant my first window, not yours. She's had a change of heart, though. Hey, stay over there. Can you get around the corner? Call her. Swipe left, bro. Get out of there. Now that Ryan's already seen things he can't unsee, he's going to work his way further down. He's got eyes in that bottom window. He's confirming our target is in there. Now he reaches up on the back of that harness for his noise flash diversion device, commonly referred to as a flashbang. That's going to emit a bright light and loud noise. that distracts and disorients the bad guy long enough for us to seize the initiative. Ryan looks like he's ready to deploy the bang, and it looks like we're ready for Cole to effect the rescue. Cole's in the window. There appears to be, oh, there he ambushes him. Double pick, Cole slap boxing like we learned in DT, into an eye gouge, into a, wait for it, pile driver, ladies and gentlemen, and oh, no! Folks, I am sorry you had to witness that. And the ring girl is a little more aggressive each show. Cole. I know, it's getting bad. Hey, good news, bad news, brother. Good news is you're still undefeated against that thing. Bad news is you're probably gonna get suspended. No, she is the bad news too. Dude, you're gonna get suspended though because there's no, policy and procedures do not allow you to throw a pedophile out of a second-story window. No. The manual clearly states it must be the 3rd floor or higher. Second floor is not getting it done, you know what I'm saying? Oh, how's the kid doing though? Is he alright? Oh, he looks excited to see you. Timmy, another save for Cole. Let's, Wait!
Oh my God, we look so kids.
And his brother Tommy got another one, a double save for Cole. I'm gonna wait a minute, Cole. There's 3 kids. Ladies and gentlemen, a hat trick for Cole Shebat. Triple save. It never gets old to him. Nice work. Folks, hopefully you've had a good time. Hopefully you tell we have a good time out here. We love coming out, working on this awesome tower, interacting with you good people. The fair represents a real nice break for us. However, at the end of the day, it is a serious business we're involved in. If you look up on that roof line, you've got 4 sets of numbers. Those numbers are the shield numbers for the men on the Jumbotron right there. Joseph Longobardo, David Brinkerhoff, Michael Strank, and Ross Riley. Those 4 men were operators on our team who died in the line of duty. They made the ultimate sacrifice for the people of the state of New York. We think it's those guys that deserve a real round of applause for that. Folks, thanks a lot for coming out today. You were definitely present. We appreciate that. Feel free to come forward after the show. We've got stickers. We'll be able to answer questions, post for pictures, tasteful, of course. Make sure to hit the PBA or the Trooper Foundation for all your state police swag. Thanks again for coming out and enjoy the rest of your day at the great New York State Fair.